Thought I'd sit on the couch and, share a couple of thoughts. And of course, this one thinks that means it's kitty scritching time. This is the only time she'll actually, like, volunteer to come keep me company, is when I'm sitting here on the love seat and she can park next to me and get scritches. Or maybe get combed. Huh. You and your itchy ears. Huh. But I have been thinking on and off about some game mechanics that are mostly done and have been for a while. I'd gotten them through alpha testing and found some sticky, overly cumbersome parts of the math and the mechanics in beta testing, and I wanted to make that part flow more smoothly, take less time for myself and the players, be a little less clunky, while still keeping with the intent and general feeling of the original. Because what I did was I took an amalgamation, because it changed mechanics somewhat from Morrowind to Oblivion to Skyrim. But I took the Elder Scrolls and made a D20 version of it. It probably would have been easier to keep it in a percentile kind of system, but I specifically wanted D20 because that's what most of my gaming group, meaning my best friend's kids, were familiar with, and it's easier to run with a basic kind of rolling mechanic that you're already familiar with. And they've played or watched some of the rest of their family play Skyrim, so they were even kind of familiar with at least some of the setting and the ideas of how it works. But because I've already done the fun part, and while I may want to rework some of the fun part, even I, who like spending time with spreadsheets and whatnot, get dissuaded by the idea of there's a whole lot of futzy math bits that I've got to do to smooth out how that works and make it easier to do in the middle of combat. Because I do still want to keep, like, armor durability, but keeping track of that when you're in combat was just taking too much time. And I put most of the burden of the flow of the timing of combat, because I don't want it to be rounds. That strips out a lot of the inherent benefits of you're using a slow weapon, you're using a fast weapon. You just are a slow character. I want to keep that, so there's already more math involved, and I moved most of the burden to myself and off the players. But it's still got to be streamlined to the point where my doing the math doesn't slow down the play. And the armor durability, and just how the armor deducts from and modifies damage, was just taking too much time for everybody. I mean, the kids are older now and better at math and whatnot, so some of that would probably be easier on them just because they're more comfortable with it now. But it was still clunky. They liked it enough that they do want to get back to it eventually, and I do want to finish what I started, essentially. But because I know that it's just futzy math bits, um, I keep putting it off. But so that's what I've been thinking about. So I'll get her some scritches and talk to you tomorrow.